Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and Mezco just held RumbleCon 2023, where they show a bunch of reveals from their original IP stuff, which I'm very interested in, so let's just jump right into it. So starting things off, Mezco finally solicited Slugfest, which is a character we've known about for quite so many years now. We're just starting to finally get him in Mezco action figure form, which is really cool. I believe this guy is still available on the Mezco website. I will try to leave a link in the bio, but I think he's really cool. He's kind of like the mechanic of the Mezco IP world, which I think is pretty dope. He uses that larger upper body with the shorter legs. I'm pretty sure that's just a reuse of the buck from Bluto, from the Bluto and Popeye 2-pack, which I do think is pretty cool. I know a lot of people aren't into it because of the disproportions from the upper body to the lower body, but again, I think it's very unique and very rad. I do love those head sculpts. One of them actually looks more like a headlight for a car of some sort, and they both have LED features, which I think is really cool, and his weapons look really awesome as well. Again, very mechanic-like. He's a machinist of some sort, and I love his little spider dog thing character companion that he comes with. I think that's super awesome too. So again, this is a really cool piece that I definitely had to pick up. Now for the first reveal, Mezco showed us a new 5 points Doc Nocturnal set, which is pretty amazing. Now, I'm not a big fan of the 5-point style, it's just not really my thing, but I do feel Mezco makes the best figures in this style. They're beautifully sculpted and some of the best paint apps you'll ever see on these types of figures, and we get things like a little frog companion servant of some sort, but he's also getting a vehicle that looks super cool. Imagine that thing in the 1/12 collective scale. That would be mind-blowing, and we'll get to vehicles a little later on, but this thing still looks really awesome. If you love Nocturnal, you might want to consider picking this up. For the first 1/12 collective reveal, we got the Red Eye Knight Gomez, which is basically like a Sith Lord Gomez. If you've seen the little quote-unquote commercial for the Void Cadet Gomez, you know they're going sci-fi with like a Star Wars space-like theme. That figure even has a lightsaber. Now we're getting a dark side version of that, which I think is freaking awesome. He has a really nice hooded cloak. You see those bright metallic red eyes, and of course he has a more red-like lightsaber type thing that I'm sure is going to light up like the first Void Cadet Gomez. I think this is really awesome, and a lot of people have been wanting Mezco to make Star Wars figures since they probably don't have the IP. They're just saying, screw it, we're going to do our own versions of Star Wars and put them in the Gomez verse, which I think is badass, and this is one I'm definitely going to be adding to the collection. Now, to everyone's surprise, Mezco is showing us more 1/12 scale vehicles, which is honestly something I wasn't sure if they were ever really going to get into. Yeah, we have a motorcycle with like Ghost Rider and things like that, but that's fairly small. But I think ever since the Vortex suit, being how big and giant that thing is, I think it's really opening up the doors for other larger scale things from Mezco. And now we have the Rumbler, which is a 1/12 scale vehicle, which looks incredible, very tactical, very military-like, very SWAT team-ish, you know what I mean? This thing looks amazing. I can't wait to see all the different features, and I'm sure LED features and sound effects and all that kind of stuff. But the thing that scares me is going to be the price tag. What is this thing going to cost? I know prices for 1/12 scale vehicles is kind of up in the air for a lot of people. They can get very, very pricey, and since this is a high-ender type vehicle from Mezco, which is already pretty pricey as it is with their kind of stuff, so getting this thing, what is it going to be, what, $500-600? I don't know. Hopefully it's fairly reasonable because, man, this thing looks insanely good and I cannot wait to own it. And not only will it work with Mezco figures, you can use it for Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe, Voliverse figures, anything like that you want to use. And I think it's very diverse. Again, in my opinion, I think it's really going to come down to the price of this thing. Next up, they showed us Olomu Rook, which is a very interesting name, but we've actually seen this character in that Void Cadet Gomez commercial that they kind of put out there, so he kind of feels like the Darth Vader of this, again, this Star Wars sci-fi thing that they're doing with the Gomez verse. He's very interesting, almost very Krieg-like. But I think that helmet looks awesome. He's got a cape, some type of glowing hand, and the special effects. I'm sure he'll have his own type of lightsaber. And again, it'll just be really funny if in the storylines he ends up being Gomez's father. I don't know, I'm just throwing that out there in the ether. But this thing looks very cool. Again, very unique looking character. And another one I'm definitely going to have to pick up. Now, these next couple of reveals are actually more like teasers, which I think is kind of BS, but it is what it is. This is Crab Louie, which is a very ocean-like, almost like fisherman-like looking character with that really cool like spear hand, and the other hand with the claws and the different growths on them. He looks like he has suspenders, maybe some type of beard. So that's what it kind of is the vibe I'm getting from him, is an old man type fisherman who's just really gnarly looking. I cannot wait to see this character in full and all the crazy gross things he's going to come with. I've always been a fan of aquatic like characters, so this is one that I'm very interested in. Again, I just cannot wait to see the rest of this figure. Now, the next reveal slash tease is going to be from the Gangrene Estates. Now, this reveal wasn't actually given a name, just the hint that it's going to be from the Gangrene Estates. Now, that's a very zombie-like, ghost-like type of characters, which is going to be pretty cool. So all we really saw was this picture of like some type of bear trap, a spiked club weapon, and a boot. That's all we know about this thing, so what's it going to be? I have zero clue. Maybe you guys have better guesses than me, but either way, I'm going to pick it up. I love the Gangrene Estates, so this is one I'm going to be very, very excited for. Now, the day after RumbleCon, we got a surprise reveal from Mezco, being this new biker like Gomez. Now, he doesn't actually have an official name yet, but they just decided to show this on a whim. I don't know if they missed it during the con or what, but either way, it's definitely something I'm going to want. Give me all and any Gomez they ever decide to make. He has a really cool leather jacket, the pants, the boots all look fantastic. That gray head that I believe we've seen last with the Lone Roach Gomez, which was years ago, so that's pretty cool. But that motorcycle, man, oh my god, that is my style of motorcycle. Looking super slick. Got the saddlebags on there, which I'm sure will have LED features and sound effects. That thing just looks so awesome, and I cannot wait to see all the different accessories he's going to come with. That's going to be really cool. We'll have a Gomez biker helmet. That's one thing I'm really curious to see, but I can see a lot of people wanting to buy multiples of these just to army build some type of biker gang, or to have multiple motorcycles for other figures. So the price is really going to be a factor for this set. Either way, I love it. Again, a real big surprise for all to see the next day after the convention, so that's pretty awesome. So what were your favorite reveals from RumbleCon 2023? Let me know down in the comments below, and don't forget to be excellent to each other and stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.